Oh, because now it's there? How is that? Does that sound better? That probably sounds better. I'm going to take a guess. Excellent. No idea why.
Is your volume up?
It's fixed. It's fixed.
Okay.
I moved my mouse around and somehow it didn't like that, so it decided it can't be that. Oh, low?
Yeah, you do sound quiet.
I sound quiet. Okay, let's look at the quiet. See all the various problems. Okay, let's see. So sound, right click, go to settings. Sound is very low. Okay, so I can change that, but that shouldn't matter. Oh, but that should matter. Uh, Alrighty, that should sound normaler. Yeah, it's something to do with where I plugged things in. And so it defaulted to an older version. Alrighty. Yes. Yes, yelling my head off would definitely be a good strategy. Alrighty, so we have a bit of an unusual situation today, not related to my sound issues, uh, but it stream in two tabs to increase the volume. That is a suggestion that could work. Uh, so it has been announced that in 43 minutes, Simon is going to live stream, or not live stream, but YouTube premiere stream, him solving my puzzle MIA. So normally we start with the most voted on puzzle by our various windmills and turbines who get to vote on which puzzle comes up. Today, the most voted on puzzle is Yin Yang by Jesper. And a flock of little birds have told me there is no chance in the universe that I'm going to solve Yin Yang by Jesper in 45 minutes. So instead, I'm going to solve this puzzle by Mormagli, which I'm hoping, it's 3 stars, I can get at least most of the way through. We're going to pause when Simon goes live. I'm going to hang out in the chat and chat with Simon and everyone over there while that streams. And then when that stream is over, then we're going to come back here and then we're going to do Jesper's puzzle. And then we've got other various puzzles lined up. So that's the plan. It's a bit of an unusual thing because usually, I mean, it's happened before that Simon has done something where it's turned out to be one of my puzzles during one of my streams, but I've never known in advance. This time it was actually announced in advance, so I actually can plan around it a little bit. So I think that should be fun. You'll get just as much Sudoku, some of it will be from Simon. And also this puzzle that Simon is doing, MIA, this puzzle, I recorded all of my setting it. And so Tristan has been dutifully editing it. I think he's more than halfway through now the process of editing it. So soon you'll get to see published a video of me setting this puzzle from start to finish if you're into that kind of thing. But for now, let's try and do CV by Mormogli. So this has 2 rules in addition to regular Sudoku rules. One of them is that there's some V's in the grid, and digits on a V sum to 5. Note, not all V's are given, so there may be other V's in the grid. And these are German whispers. And along the German whispers, you have to switch by at least 5. So if this was a 9, this could be a 3, and then this could be an 8, and then this could be a 1, for example. So that is that. All right. So I'm going to start with a secret that if 2 numbers add to 5, they have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. And the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 are interesting in a German whispers puzzle because they are what we call blue numbers. And what I mean by blue numbers is that they're low, as opposed to what we'll later call orange numbers, which will be 6, 7, 8, 9. And the reason why we divide numbers in a German Whispers puzzle into blue and orange is that along a Whispers line, when I have to change it by at least 5, if I change by at least 5 from 1, 2, 3, 4, I have to go up, meaning I get to, well, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if I'm at 6, 7, 8, 9, then when I go down by 5, well, I can't go up by 5 because I'd end up at like 11 something. So I have to go down by 5. But when I go down by 5, I then am going to end up at a number that's a 1, 2, 3, 4 number. And so the punchline is that along these green lines, I need to alternate between blue and orange. And so it's going to go blue, orange, blue, orange, blue, orange, or orange, blue, orange, blue, orange, blue. All right, so that is all exciting. So, yeah, and oh boy, yeah, and somehow Simon has, despite being consistent about most things, Simon sometimes swaps it and makes the low digits 1, 2, 3, 4, or sorry, makes the orange digits 1, 2, 3, 4, and whatever. So that is very, very regrettable. All right. Now, you'll notice at no point in this discussion did I talk about the digit 5 at all, and that's because the digit 5 can't show up on a green line at all. And so if I'm looking at where 5s go in various places, well, I know there's a 5 in one of these cells because this box needs a 5. And so now there's a 5 in one of these two cells. Because I need to have a 5 here. Oh, I have a donation from David Ratner, who donates $20 in advance of MIA coming up. Thank you so much, David. Really appreciate the shout out and the donation. And as always, David, you're just an amazing force in this community. All right. These two cells I'm going to color orange. And the reason I can color these two cells orange is because I know there are 2 blue cells on this German Whisper line, because this is 2 oranges and 2 blues. Together with 2 blues is 4 blues. And so this box has left a 5 and 2 oranges. Well, these 2 can't be 5 either, so they're orange. And now, corollary of that, this box now has left just a 5, because we put the 2 oranges. And so this is a 5. And we get to have our digit dance from Zach, who is very excited to come in and do his 5 dance. Thank you, Zach. Our local mascot and hero. All right. So now, as being pointed out, oh, we need a bet cell. That's right. I'm going to pick this cell as a likely bet cell. Now, where does 5 go in this box? Well, it has to go here. You can tell I'm in a good mood because I'm giving 5s their own color. It's true that this is definitely the kind of puzzle where I would normally argue that 5 isn't a real digit. So the 5 in box 5 now needs to go in one of these 2 places. So this isn't a 5. Now that tells me that this cell, by the way, if you're not familiar with the bet cell trick, the bet cell trick is that I pick a cell at random from the grid, and then all of you can guess what digit is going to end up being here at the end of the puzzle. And if you're right, you get your bragging rights to carry into the next puzzle. This cell now is in a box which has 2 blues up here, 2 blues here, so this, and is not 5, so this is orange. Let's see. I kind of want to start subcoloring, but I don't know if that's aggressive. It's possible that's aggressive. Because I'm noticing these 2 digits are completely different from these 2 digits, for example. So I do not know. I'm still debating exactly what to do with that. I'm not sure yet. Let's see. There's a 5 over here. Okay, the 5 down in this box is now down here. That's been true for a while, actually. So the 5 in this box, annoyingly, is in one of two places that aren't as nice to each other geometrically as they could be. I would love to know if these are the same or not. Because I can see, so basically there's two ways to make V. There's 1, 4, and 2, 3. And so these two are different. So this set of 4 cells I have highlighted is definitely a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. But what's not clear to me is if this way of making 5 is the same as these. I can't quite connect them, I suppose. What's interesting is if these two are the same, then this is also the same. But I do not yet know exactly what to do with that. Let's see. Yeah, the 5 in this box has got a whole bunch of optionality. I think I've done all the 5 penciling. Am I missing 5 penciling? Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. That is an excellent point from Garion. The question to ask is, where is 4 in column 9? Because also, this is a... So let's start with an easier question. What colors are these 4 cells? Well, it is 2 blues and 2 oranges, because they alternate. So what color are these 2 cells? Well, therefore they are orange, because they see the green, and so they're orange. But now the question is, where is the 4 in this column? And the secret is you can't put a 4 on this whisper line, because if you do, the only digit that is 5 away from 4 is 9. But unfortunately, then I would have to put 2 9s into the same box, and that is verboten. So the 4 in this column actually can't be on either of these whispers. It's actually up here. So these are a 1, 4. So therefore, by the previously observed statement, these are actually a 2, 3. So that is pretty cool. Now, you could, by the way, do exactly the same thing with 6. The 6 in this column needs to be in one of these 2 cells. I don't know which, but it is in one of these 2 cells. And the 6 in this box, actually, maybe I should look at that instead. The 6 in this box needs to be in here because 6 only goes with 1. That's the only digit that's 5 away from it. And so 6 can't go on this whisper because the 1, 4 in the box is gone. All right, so now the 6 in this box is either here or it's on this whisper, which would be good to know. I would like it to be on the whisper. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, so Jay has a very good point, which is that 4, 5, and 6 are all digits that in column 1 cannot, for the same reason, go on green. And so 4, 5, and 6, I have to put in these cells. Well, this one can only be 4, and so the others need to be a 5, 6 pair. So that's a 4, that's a 1. This is a 5, 6 pair. And so in this box, I also need to put 6 over here. And so then maybe I don't quite know what's happening here yet exactly. Yeah, this is a really cool puzzle so far. The 5, 6 pair is fixed by box 3. It is fixed by box 3 because we already pencil marked a 6 over here. So that's the 5 and is green. That's the 6 that is orange. That's the wrong orange. That's the right orange. And so now this is 5, which is nice and green. Let's see. And so got all of that going on. Let's see, I have a 6 looking left. Oh, that's the 6 looking left that others in chat also caught. Uh, good observation. Just chat saw it before I did. Okay, so we now know there's a 6 on one of these two just by Sudoku, because the 6 can't go here, which means we know there's a 9 on one of these two. Sorry, that was bad. Try again, which means there's a 1 on one of these. Hey, Dale, welcome back. Yes, 6 goes with 1, not with 9. Good try, not quite. I was close. So the 1s here come down here and go down here. And so just to repeat, by the way, since people are still joining, Simon is doing I forget what it's called, a YouTube feature event of one of my puzzles in 30 minutes. And so when that starts, we're going to shut down this stream. I'm going to hang out there. I encourage you all to come out over there. And then after that's over, then we're going to bounce back here. It is called a YouTube premiere, I am being told by chat. Let's see. You heard that 7, 8, and 9. That is very, very tricky. That's why 6 is scared of 7, yes. I am very excited about the feature, especially this puzzle I really wanted to see Simon do, so I'm super glad both that he attempted it and succeeded. I chose this puzzle specifically because I was like, I bet I can get this done in the time. No promises, but I think so. So the digits in here are a 2 and a 3. The low digits are a 2 and a 3. So certainly one of these two is 6. I don't think I know which one of them is a 6. Let's see. Okay, what am I supposed to see now? This box has 2 blues and 2 oranges here, +1, +1. So this is a blue and an orange, for what it's worth. Let's see. Got it. Okay. The lows on this whisper are by virtue of the 1, 4 being here. The lows are a 2 and a 3. But I can still put a 7 in this box if I want something like 3, 9, 2, 7, unfortunately. 7 is like in this L or something. Okay, where is 7 in column 1, asks Garion. Hey, Afraid Not, welcome. So 7 in column 1. 7 only goes next to 2 or 3 on a whisper. Or 2 and 3. So 7 can't be in this box. Gotcha. Okay. So I can't put a 7 in either of these spots because 7 only goes next to 2 and... Wait, no. 7 goes next to 2 and 3 and... No. 7 goes next to 1 and 2. Wow, I'm not doing great with the brain today. That Jesper puzzle later, let me tell you, it's going to be a real treat to watch. Maybe the first 8-hour stream where we don't finish a puzzle. 7 goes next to 1 and 2. So I can't put a 7 in here because the 1 is gone. And I can't put a 7 here because the 1 is gone over here. So actually, because 7 only goes next to 1 or 2, I actually know one of these two is a 7. So this is a 6, 1, 7, and then some other low digit. And so this is, in fact, a 1-7 pair, is the punchline of that, because I need to put both a 1 and a 7 in those two cells. And then the other thing that the 7 goes next to is a 2, we know. So this is actually a 2, 6, which then, because 7 only goes next to 1 or 2, that gets us a 3 and a 2. Gorgeous. Okay. Okay, so this is not a 3, this is not a 2. Okay, so there's a 1, 4 hanging out in this row somewhere. Okay. I kind of want to write out what these digits are, just in case there's any hidden stuff hanging around. So we need a 2 and a 3. Got a 4 and a 5 and a 6. We've got a 7. We need an 8 and a 9. Does that help me in any meaningful way? Uh, Not that I see, unfortunately. Uh, yeah, I don't see it if it does immediately help me with something. Uh, okay, so what do I ask now then? I know there's a 3 on this whisper. That doesn't seem immediately useful. What's left in this box, maybe? Uh, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left. Uh, let's see. Let's see. I think 8 has to go with 2 in column 1. Uh, 7 already taken. Ah, yes, good. 4, 8, 9, not 4, 7, 8, 9. Thank you, Jay. 7 cannot go in row 3, column 2. Yeah, the rest of it. Yep, Nicholas and Jay were both all over that. So Garion says the 8 has to go with 2 in column 1, because if I put an 8 with 3, what goes wrong? Otherwise, I'd have to put a 2 in column 2, and I can't, right? Uh, right. The only low digit... Okay, so that's a smart thing to point out. These are also a pair of high and low digits. So this is 1 high and 1 low, 2 highs and 2 lows, 3 highs and 3 lows, 4 lows, and 3 highs. So this digit's high, at least. I can do that just by counting. And I do need to put a 4 into column 2, and I can't put it here. So the 4 in column 2 actually needs to go here, which means the 9 in column 2 has to go here. Means the 9 isn't here. Means the 8 isn't here, because the 9 needs to be the only high digit in this pair of cells. Now, one of these being a 4 means this isn't a 4. So this isn't a 1. This is a 3 or a 4. Let's see. And so one of these being an 8 means one of these is a 3. And that's what Garion was saying before. One of these is an 8, so one of these is a 3, because it can't be a 1 or a 2, and 8 doesn't go next to 4. Let's see. 3... Oh, sorry. One of these being a 3 means these aren't 3. Because of that, right? I did that right? Did I? Wait, did I cheat on this? Why did I think 3? Oh yeah, because 8 needs to go next to 2 things, and so 8 needs to go next to 2 and 3. So this is a 2, 8. This is a 3, 9. I feel like I maybe screwed this up slightly. Let's see, the 9 needs to go in here. So the 8 needs to go next to a 2 and a 3. Okay, people like it. Okay. If people like it, since we have an impending appointment, we will attempt to do this. Okay, row 1, column 6 is high, I am told. High, low, high, low, high, low. Why? That's what I was curious. I somehow tricked myself. Okay, I'm going to back up just to double check this, because I suddenly was saying things that I didn't believe. Okay, so there is an 8 here, which means there needs to be a 3 next to the 8. But the 3 that's next to the 8, couldn't it be here instead of here? That was my sudden fear. In row 3. Row 3 has a high and a low left. Okay, got it. Okay. There's a high and a low down here. Plus one more low. That's 2 lows. Plus 2 lows up here. That's 4 lows. So I agree with Andrew's point. This is high because of box 2. Will couldn't the 8 in column 2 be here? Oh, there's already a 2. There we go. That's right. Okay. This was the point. There's already a 2 here. So the 8 needs to go next to a 2. The 2 it goes next to can't be here. The 2 it goes next to has to be over here. Right. Okay. Thank you for reclaiming the logic that I saw and then completely forgot about. So one of these 2 is a 3. So 1, 2, 3. So one of these is a 4, and the other is an 8 or 9, I suppose. Oh, sorry. I guess the other has to be an 8, doesn't it? The 3 goes next to a 9 and an 8, so there's an 8 over here. And now that 8 means that this is a 9. These I can upgrade to being a 4, 8, like actually inside pair. And so these are a 3 and a 7. So there's a 2 next to a 7 and an 8. That looks good. Okay. Let's see. So what's left over here is then 5, 6, 7. That one's not a 5, of course. These aren't 9 anymore. Those are a 4, 8 pair. So these digits are, let's see, a 1, a 2. We've got a 3, 4, 5, 6. We need a 7. So these are a 1, 2, 7. I did not do this box correctly. Because I have a 7 in this box. So let's go back and do this box correctly. Left in this box are a 5, a 6, and a 9. It's actually a 9 that is left in this box. That is over here. Yeah, thank you for the catch on the whisper pencil marking being terribly off. Okay. One of these is a 7. Right, okay. So we know all the blues in this column are done. So, for example, this cell sees a 5, so it is orange. Yeah, orange is greater than 5, blue is less than 5, to answer Dale's question. So orange is in row 9. Now orange is in row 9. Very smart, Nicholas. So we now have 2 of the oranges in row 9. The other 2 we know are over here. So this can't be a 7. It has to be blue. And so this also has to be blue in order to make that work. Oh, and that tells us where the 7 is, because I've now, as Nicholas points out, removed 7 from everywhere else, so I can remove these corner marks. Recreational corner mark removal, as always. Okay. Oh, this 4, 8 is resolved by doing high-low counts, I am told. So there's 1 high, 2 highs, 3 highs, 4 highs. That's all the highs, so this can't be high. Great point to Brennan. So this is a 4 and an 8 with a low and a high. Let's see. Parity in row 8. Yep, we've got all our highs. So these 2 are high or 5, but I think they could each be either high or 5. Non-consecutive eliminate. Yeah, if you want to make any puzzle easier, add non-consecutive. Hey, Zoran, welcome. Uh, let's see. Okay, we've got 3 of the lows in this row already. So we only get 1 more low for the rest of this row. Can I do anything with 5s yet? Row 8, column 7. Yes. Okay, so why can't this be a 5, Nicholas? That was my problem. So I feel like one of these is a 5, but I don't think I have any control over which one it is. Okay, this column, we also have 4 highs already. So everything in this column is either orange or 5. So maybe I should start pencil marking this. Sorry, it's either blue or 5. So I have my 4 oranges. So these are blue or green. And then I'll also mark Nicholas's that this cell is blue or green. Okay, and now that's actually smart because now actually one of these is blue, one of them is green. And so that's all our lows for the box, and so this cell is high. Okay, that's very clever actually. But I only get 1 5, so at most one of these is green. And so that gives me that this is high. Let's see. This is certainly blue-green for the row. For the column... Oh, but it can't be blue for the column. The column's already got 4 blues, so this actually is green. This is the 5. Which means that... Yeah, green is just 5, because green is the center. So now this is blue, and that's all our blues. So this is green, and so is a 5. So this is not green. So this is low. This isn't a 5 anymore. This isn't a 5 anymore. So this is going to be our green 5. I only made the greens 5 in this puzzle because I was in a good mood, but it actually turned out to be helpful in this box. Which is quite interesting. The way I eliminated green from this cell is that I knew both of these cells were blue or green. And then they couldn't both be blue. So we had that issue. Alrighty. Let's see. Tristan's saying we have 5 minutes to finish the puzzle. Let's see. So, but that was actually very cool. I've never seen that elimination before like that. Row 6, column 4 is now known. Right. It now is orange. Thank you, Nicholas. So, yeah, these are an orange-blue pair. Do I know anything about this cell? I don't think so. I have not done the new KNT Chaos puzzle. There's a little more trickiness left. Yeah, I would believe that this is not going to happen in 5 minutes, but we'll see. Let's see. What else should I look for? Let's see. So these are one of each. I don't think pencil marking that can be useful. These are one of each, which I guess I know in about 6 different ways, which is not helpful. I do have all the 5s, right? Oh, I don't have all the 5s yet. One of these two is a 5. I just don't know which one. I do know exactly one of these cells is blue, but that doesn't really help me. One of these two is blue, but that doesn't help me. This is a blue-orange pair. Yeah, this is 7, 8, 9. Sure. 2 and a 3 up here. But it can still have a 7, annoyingly. 6 in column 4. Okay, let's look at 6 in column 4. So can the 6 go on here? A 6 would have to go next to a 1. Why is... this is a very nice puzzle. I really have enjoyed this one so far, Mormagli. Restricted to box 5. Okay, so why can't one of these be 6? Because one of these is 6, 1. Well... Why can't one of these be... Oh, because the whisper goes the wrong way. Yes, I cannot put 2 1s in the box. It has nothing to do with this. It's just this whisper bends this way. So I can't put a 6 there. Can only put a 6 in one of these cells. Good point. Hey, SPQ, how are you? But it could be here. Let's see. I was trying to see if there's anywhere where a 6 would... where I can't place a 6 because of stuff with 1s, but I don't see it if there is. Let's see. 1 in column 9 excludes 6s in column 8. Ah, good point. Okay, so excellent point from Nicholas. Where does 6 go in column 8? It can't go in any of these cells because that would put us a 1 there, and there's a 1-4 pair. Certainly can't put a 6 on here because there's a 1 in the box, so actually this is a 6. Very good spot, Nicholas. Let's see. So the 6 in this box is in one of these 3 spots. All right. Apply the same to 9. But 9 isn't restricted. 9 doesn't need a 4. 4 needs a 9, but not the other way around. Oh, don't worry, Nicholas. I make that mistake all the time. But as Tristan points out, we should be wrapping up here to link you over to... We're going to watch Simon's solve of MIA. And then once that's over, we're going to come back here. So we're going to schedule a stream for after Simon is done. So we'll finish this back up. Don't worry, we'll finish this up right after Simon. Yeah, it's weirdly asymmetrical, Liz. I agree. But anyway, I'm going to see you all over at Simon's, and then we'll be back here in a shortly. And there's the link in the chat. All right. Thanks, everyone, for coming. I will see you all very shortly.